Good morning. This is Rachel again with Infused Meadows. If you have ever been to the South in the United States, then you would know one of the hot topics is always our sweet tea. If you go to a restaurant, you're getting their thought or their concoction, if you will, of what they assume our sweet tea is. So I was born and raised in Tennessee. Now, obviously, just like any other state, just like any other country, one portion is going to be different from another. In Tennessee, where I was born and raised, this is our version of sweet tea. And you will find that it is nothing like probably 90% of the videos that you're going to see or anything like a restaurant. The restaurants use way too much sugar. My mom, my grandmother will not drink tea from any restaurant because of how sweet it is. It is what it is. So, to a gallon, okay, we're going to add 3/4 a cup of sugar. It is a little heaping, that's okay, but it's 3/4. Probably 3/4 a cup plus a tablespoon. You can add less if you'd like. You can add more, but here's the thing. It has to be added to hot water. Why? Because sugar does not melt in cold water. You just stir it, and it sits at the bottom. Add your boiling hot water. That right there is going to melt your sugar to mix in with your water. I don't use fancy sugar. It's just white sugar. That's it. Granulated white sugar. So, gallon pitcher. Let me pause while I put my sugar up. Be right back. Okay, this will be in 2 batches. I have boiled this kettle. It does not do a gallon, so that's why it's going to be 2 batches and more than 1 pause. So you are going to pour your water in here. And if anybody wants to say, oh, it's plastic, yes it is. I'm in the UK. I can't just run to Walmart and buy myself a nice gallon jug for water that's glass and made by Ball for, a really reasonable price. Whereas over here in the UK, you go to, they have a very few glass suppliers, Amazon being one of them, and well, you can walk into Walmart and buy a big old, Ball jar that's a gallon for let's say under $10, more than likely. I mean, I know it is in Tennessee anyways, for about $10, right? You go to amazon.co.uk, honey, that thing is not $10. You're talking 30 plus pounds, and I'm like, no, I bought this for $5. I'm okay with my choices. It is what it is until I can find something that's a little bit more affordable in the glass department, okay? Anyway, so we've poured in half our water. To this, I'm going to go ahead. You saw me stir in the sugar. It's all mixed in, good to go. Now, I'm going to add 5. I use Tetley tea, black tea. So, family-sized tea bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you are in the States, you can still buy Tetley. It is there as well. But you can also buy Lipton, which I think any house I ever visited, including my mama's, we all use Lipton tea. But I moved on to Tetley years ago. It just, for personal reasons, less pesticides, supposedly. Anyway, we're not going to get into any of that. But I'm going to let this steep. I'm going to fill that full of water, get that boiled, and then we'll be right back. Okay, this is boiled. Water in. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the lid on it. I do not let it vent. That's just me. I'm going to let this steep for anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. Obviously, the longer you let it steep, the stronger the tea flavor. So, you do whatever suits you. I use a slotted spoon to fish out the tea bags when I'm done. And then you can do one of 2 things with these. I usually push them out so the tea, whatever remaining water, tea, whatever's in the bags gets out into here. And then you can either throw these into something for a compost for your garden. If you're growing a garden, the tea bags are great for that. You can throw those right into your beds, dig them in there. Anyway, or you can just throw them away. I've known somebody recently that eats them, so you do whatever you think is best for you. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just telling you what he does. Completely fascinated me, and I was like, what? And if you watched the last video, that's my chocolate syrup that I told you about, covering up, let it come to room temperature. Alright, this will probably be it for today, but my next project is making mozzarella. I don't think I'll film that, but we'll see. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful day.